Do I need a business license for a YouTube channel? Maybe you know how to run a business, but YouTube is new to you and you don't know what to expect. Do you need separate licenses? Does ad revenue or affiliate commissions count as a separate business? If you're just using YouTube to attract clients, do you need a separate license? In this episode, we'll break down when YouTube becomes a real business and what smart business owners do when they add YouTube to the marketing mix. Let's dive right in. So right off the bat, let's address the question, do I need a business license to start a YouTube channel? And absolutely not. A YouTube channel is not a business. A YouTube channel is where you post videos. And a business license is given you by your state. Every state has different rules, but it's really easy. Just go to your state website and you can get a business license if you're starting a business. Now, if you're selling something or a service and you're collecting money, you have a business. Typically, you don't even have to report any income that's less than $600. So if you're still in that phase, you don't need a license. But your state or actually your city, they'll just give you a business license if you just register. They just want to know what business are you doing, and it's really cheap. When does YouTube income become a real business? Now, there are two paths on YouTube: using YouTube to get leads for an existing business, or turning YouTube into a business and generating ad revenue. So let's talk about this path first. You're making content, you want as many views as possible, because the more views that you get, the more ads that are shown next to those views, and the more ad revenue that YouTube will pay you. Now, in that case, do you need to register your business? Actually, no. You're an independent contractor for YouTube, and YouTube pays you. So YouTube already has the business, and the customer is actually a customer of YouTube. They're advertisers that are paying to YouTube. You're the content creator. You have this independent contractor relationship. And so as you post content there and you're getting paid revenue from YouTube, you're not an employee of YouTube, but you're a contractor for them, so you don't need a business license. Now, when would you want a business license? Well, what are the costs associated with filming those videos or producing anything for your channel? Is there travel involved? What about your camera, your laptop? Do you need to hire other people to help? Do you pay for videographers, or do you have other people that help you on the channel? In any of those cases, you clearly should have a business. And you need to be working with an accountant to file your taxes, because you're going to have a lot of deductions. All that is going to be a business expense. So it's not that you need a business license to have a YouTube channel, but when you start operating a business and paying for things and you want tax deductions, then yeah, register your business. It's really simple. What if I'm using YouTube to promote my coaching or consulting business? So if outside of YouTube you have a coaching or consulting business, you obviously have registered that as a business. It's probably an LLC or something, and you already have an accountant, you know how to do taxes. And if you're leveraging YouTube and you're creating content there, even if you're making ad revenue, which would just be icing on the cake, you're going to generate way more revenue as leads go into your business and you're making sales there. But you don't need to have multiple business registrations or anything like that. You have a business that's registered. YouTube is a separate entity. And when you join the partner program, you will be an independent contractor with them. They will send you checks. That'll be the icing on the cake. Now, a lot of the advice that I'll give on the channel is, hey, talk to your accountant or talk to your attorney or something like that. But I work with coaches and consultants all the time. I've helped many of them generate 7- and 8-figure revenue streams just from YouTube leads. And there's nothing special or anything complicated that you've got to do there. Is YouTube considered self-employment if I earn ad revenue? That's a question that you need to pass on to your accountant, because I don't technically know. But I know in practice, they will send you a 1099. And so you give your 1099 to your accountant and they'll file everything for you. Can I run YouTube under my LLC or existing business license? Yeah, that's what I do. I mean, talk to your accountant and see what they recommend, but I have one business and all my expenses for my YouTube channel, it's like the marketing branch of my business, and so it's all under one business. If I'm testing content and not selling anything yet, do I still need to register? No. What if I'm using YouTube to get clients, but I'm not monetized? So what I think you mean by monetized is the ad revenue. You're not making ad revenue from YouTube yet. You're not a part of that YouTube program, but you're using YouTube to get clients. If you haven't registered a business in the way of you're selling products or services or coaching or consulting, then yeah, you need to register your business. What is the legal difference between a content creator and a business owner on YouTube? You guys ask some really good questions. Most YouTubers are just content creators, right? They create content and they might turn YouTube into their business, but they technically don't have a business until they start generating revenue or having other expenses or team members outside of YouTube. You know, YouTube is a company, and you have an arrangement with them where they're going to pay you for the use of your content. They're going to put ads next to it. And that's where that relationship ends. So if you're not selling anything and you're not even making any ad revenue, there's no need for you to do anything. Here's what the IRS cares about and why you need to register a business. When you start making income, they just want it to be tracked, and they want you to pay taxes on your income. And they want you to keep really good records of all your expenses so that they know what's not taxed and what's taxed as profit or income to you. So if all of your income is coming from YouTube, YouTube is already tracking that. They're going to send you your tax documents. That's what the 1099 is. And even if you just keep track of your expenses and you have an accountant do all the math for you, they're going to let you know how much taxes you owe. So keeping accurate records and paying your taxes is going to keep you compliant. Well, now that you know all about business licenses, you might be wondering why a viral video might really hurt your business. So go watch that one now. I am serious. Viral videos might really be hurting your business.